Hello everybody, welcome back to the e-learning space for MGM Higher Secondary School, Bokaro. This is the video lesson for Class 8 English coursebook, Unit 3, Section C, and this is the second video. In this video, we shall be dealing with the chapter titled A Special Request. In our last video, we read the story and discussed the explanation. Let us quickly recap the summary of the story. The story is set during a family event. What is the family event? The Golden Jubilee celebrations of Jacob and Sheila Johnson. It's a huge celebration with around 76 individuals attending the party. The youngest in the party are twins, Sally and Srini. They are 12 years old. The special guest in the party is a famous singer, songwriter and comedian Ashok Bhatt. The twins charm Ashok and ask him a special request as a favor. Ashok agrees to it out of admiration for their innocence. They ask him to make their great-grandfather laugh with one of his performances. Ashok tries his best throughout the evening. The audience roars with laughter, but the great-grandfather remains unaffected. The evening ends. Ravikant, the eldest son, takes Ashok back to his home and appreciates his amazing performance. He guffaws with laughter on hearing that he could not fulfill the special request made by the twins. To his surprise and shock, Ashok learns that he was trying to make a wax statue laugh. He had been pranked. Let us discuss the various elements in the story. First of all, the title. The title of the short story is A Special Request. This title is justified as it revolves around the special request made by the twins Sally and Srini in a party. Who are the characters in the story? There are about 76 relatives attending the celebration in the story. There are cooks and servants who are attending to the guests. However, the main characters are Sheila and Jacob Johnson, the couple who are celebrating their golden jubilee, Sally and Srini, the 12-year-old twins, apparently innocent, Ravikant, the eldest son of Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, who invites the famous singer, comedian and songwriter, and finally Ashok Bhatt, who is the special guest of the party, and he is the singer, songwriter and comedian invited by Ravikant. Let us now discuss the various themes used in the story. In the very beginning, the theme of familial love is explored as we see love and bonding between families and relatives is talked about. Celebration. The story talks about how celebrations are a way of bringing people together and a moment of respite, and it adds life to our otherwise monotonous life. The element of fun is also used. The story stresses on the importance of fun and laughter in our lives. The gathering mentioned in the story is having fun and enjoying itself. There is something for every age group. There's humor. As we know, the story is a part of Unit 3, which deals with humor. So the fun and humor in the story is replete. There are various humorous incidents. It contains the performances of a comedian who uses jokes, puns, one-liners to entertain his varied audience. Humor of the story lies in the fact that a mature person is fooled by a 12-year-old twins and tried to make a wax statue laugh without suspecting any foul play. That is the humorous element of the story. There's also innocence. The story also shows that innocence can charm people enough to lower their guard. There's trickery involved because we see the special request that is made by the twins Sally and Srini is actually an act of trickery. There's surprise and shock in the story. The ending of the story brings surprise and shock not only to the comedian Ashok but also to the readers. Deceptiveness. The story shows that appearance can be deceptive. Do not judge a book by its cover. There is more to people than it meets the eye. As we know, Ashok is fooled by the innocence and the charming nature of the two children, Sally and Srini. They fool him and play a prank on him. Let us discuss the setting of the story. The story, A Special Request, is set in the backdrop of a grand family celebration. It is a crowded and gala affair. Many people from far and wide have come to celebrate the golden jubilee of Sheila and Jacob Johnson. Let us now go through the textual exercises. So the first exercise is about the passage. Read to understand. A. Answer these questions with reference to the context. First one, how is that possible? Who said this and to whom? This was said by Ashok Bhatt, the special guest of the party. And whom is he saying this? He is saying these things to the twins, Srini and Sally. Why does the speaker ask this question? He asked this question because Srini insisted that he was 12 and Sally was 13. What explanation was given to the speaker? Srini gives the explanation that because Sally was born 12 minutes earlier than he was, hence she is elder and a year older. Probably I was the cook. Whose words are these originally? This line is spoken by Ashok, but he is actually quoting his father. When did he say this? Ashok's father said this when Ashok asked him that did he kill people in the Second World War because he was a serviceman in the military. What was said after this? After this, Ashok added as a joke that one must keep an eye and surveil the cook of the party, for you do not know what they must be cooking and doing in the kitchen. Coming to the B part of the question, mark these statements as T for true and F for false. Please do it in the book itself. The occasion for the family gathering was a grandson's wedding. False. Only close relatives were invited to the celebrations. False. All remotely related people were invited, not just close relatives. There were no infants or babies in the family. True, because the youngest were twins who were 12 years old and they do not count as infants or babies. Ashok Bhatt was one of the relatives. False. He was a special guest. And why was he called? Because Sheila and Jacob Johnson, they loved his music. Ashok was a comedian. True. Coming to the C section, answer these questions. First one, what was the special celebration for? The special celebration was for the golden jubilee of Jacob and Sheila Johnson. How did Ravikant make sure everyone enjoyed the evening? Ravikant made sure that there was something entertaining for all age groups, and since his parents loved the music of Ashok Bhatt, he invited him as the special guest. In what way was Ashok Bhatt's invitation the best gift? It was the best gift because his parents loved the music of this singer and lyricist, hence he was the best gift for the parents. Why did the children find the cake joke funny? Because it was a pun on tear and tears, and children are innocent like that, so they found the joke quite funny. What request was Ashok attempting to fulfill all evening? Throughout the evening, he was trying to fulfill a special request made by the twins Sally and Srini. The request was that they wanted their great grandfather to laugh at least once during the whole celebration. What does the last sentence in the story mean? As you know, the last sentence of the story is that was a first for him. It means that Ashok was taken aback. He was completely surprised by the prank pulled on him and he was speechless. He could not utter a single word. Discuss and write. The twins did a very mischievous thing. Was it on purpose or unintentional? Justify your opinion. It was on purpose. They of course knew that the great grandfather is already dead and this is a statue, but they did not reveal it to the guest and made a fool out of him. Coming to time to refer, it's an internet research that you're going to do on your own. The story has a mention of a wax figure that was so lifelike that a stranger could not tell the difference. Have you heard about Madame Tussauds? Research on the internet about Madame Mary Tussaud and the Madame Tussaud Wax Museums. Also see the process that is involved in making these figures so lifelike. Compile your research and make a PowerPoint presentation on it. You need not make a PowerPoint presentation, but yes, do your research, take down the important notes, and I shall ask you this in the online classes. Coming to the grammar part, this grammar part is based on tenses, and in our recent grammar video lesson on tenses, we have discussed it. So we'll quickly summarize it and do the exercises. Tell the class something about yourself. You should talk on these points. What was your favorite game when you were 6 years old? Who is your favorite cartoon character? Where will you go for the winter holidays this year? Discuss the time periods you talked about. So as you can see, the first topic is in past tense. What was, who is, second one is present tense. Where will you go is in the future tense. So we shall again ask you to talk about these topics in the online classes. Discuss the time periods you talked about and which tense forms did you use. Now read this table to revise the different tense forms that you have learned: past, present and future. It is again divided into simple, continuous and perfect. So past simple: did you eat anything at the party? I ate all the yummy food, but I did not eat what dessert. Present simple: what do you eat on Sundays? I eat fish sometimes. I do not eat chicken. Future simple: when will you eat your dinner? I will eat only when Jacob comes. I will not eat alone. Coming to past continuous: were you chewing bubble gum when Ravikant called? I was eating breakfast. I was not chewing gum. Present continuous: what are you eating for lunch? I am eating the sandwich you gave me. I am not eating at the canteen. Future continuous: will you be eating crab for the first time at the party? Yes, I will be eating crab for the first time. Past perfect: had you eaten anything before the party? I had eaten my breakfast, but I had not had any tea. Present perfect: what foods have you eaten? I have eaten Thai food, but I have not eaten Mexican food. Future perfect: will we have eaten lunch by then? No, I will have eaten my lunch by the time you come. He will have gone home. So these are examples just to quickly summarize what you're going to do in the next exercise or the coming exercises. Fill in the blanks with the correct tense forms of the verbs given in the brackets. You dash a wax figure ever, have you? So you can see question tags are used in the first sentence. So of course, if the question tag is in positive, the fill up will be in the negative. You have not seen a wax figure ever, have you? She dashed the cake all by herself, didn't she? The word given in the bracket is make. So she made the cake all by herself, didn't she? Third one also, let us do it. I dash my painting until I accomplish this task. The word in the bracket is not show. I shall not show my painting until I accomplish this task. So the rest three, please do it on your own in the book. This is like a worksheet for you based on the grammar video lesson on tenses. Present perfect continuous. Read this sentence. Ashok has been trying to make him laugh since 5 p.m. There is an action that has started and it is still continuing. Present perfect continuous. The highlighted verbs in this sentence indicate an activity that started or happened in the past but continues to be true in the present. Notice the action shown on the timeline as X on the timeline. Just see here. Started trying at 5 p.m. That was past, but it is still being continued in the present. What is the structure of such a sentence? If it is affirmative, you have to use has or have depending on the number of the subject. then you have to use been and the verb will be in ing because it is continuous. And similarly, if it is negative, then you have to use not in that sentence in the similar structure. And if it is a question, then the pronoun will come before the verb and then ing. Examples are here. Ashok has been trying to make him laugh for a long time. Ashok has not been trying to make him laugh for a long time. Has Ashok been trying to make him laugh for a long time? Now let us similarly come to past perfect continuous. Read the sentence. Ashok had been trying to make him laugh for 3 hours before he came to know that he was a wax figure. The highlighted verbs in the sentence show that something continued to be true for some time in the past. The underlined part of the sentence shows another action happened. Past perfect continuous. Notice that the two related actions are started and finished in the past. Ashok started trying at 5 p.m. He came to know he was a wax figure at 10 p.m. So once again, what is the structure of a sentence here? You have to use the past had, then been and the verb in ing because it is still continuous. Past perfect continuous. Similarly, for a negative sentence, you have to use not, and for a question, the pronoun will come before the verb. Ashok had been trying to make him laugh for 3 hours before he came to know he was a wax figure. Ashok had not been trying to make him laugh for 3 hours before he came to know that he was a wax figure. Had Ashok been trying to make him laugh for 3 hours before he came to know that he was a wax figure? Coming to C part of this exercise, change the tenses of the verbs in these sentences into the present perfect continuous tense and the past perfect continuous tense. Make necessary additions in details when needed. One has been done for you. First one, I read story books. So if we change it into present perfect continuous, I have been reading story books since the age of 6. Now changing it into past perfect continuous, I had been reading storybooks when my mother called me. This is the addition that we have made to make the sentence clearer. Coming to the second, which I shall do it for you, and the rest you will do it on your own in the textbook itself. He drinks milk. He has been drinking milk since the age of 3. That would be present perfect continuous. He had been drinking milk when I entered his room. That would be past perfect continuous. Similarly, you shall complete the rest. Coming to future with going to. Read these sentences. We are going to celebrate Grandma's Golden Jubilee anniversary next week. It is going to be a grand party. In the first sentence, going to shows a planned future action celebrating Grandma's birthday. In the second sentence, going to is used to predict a future event. Use going to and the phrases in the box to make sentences of your own. This you have to do in the copy. Have you noticed that we do not usually use only one tense while speaking? We use a mixture of tenses in everyday speech. Let's look at a few examples. They are planning for Jacob's anniversary celebrations. We have to invite Ashok Bhatt for the celebrations. When I last met Mr. Bhatt, he was leaving for London. So the words that you have to use in order to make sentences are put up the poster. In this you will use going to. I am going to put up the poster for the next event. Clean my room, get selected, get new jeans, cook breakfast, go swimming. Use these words with the help of going to and make sentences. Time to listen. If you have the audio in your book that the CD has been provided to you, please plug it in and listen to the laughter is the best medicine as being said by Ashok Bhatt. Then write a few sentences of your own whether you agree with him or not. Time to speak. This we shall do in the online classes. It's a group activity. Time to write. The vocab copy or the extra language copy that you're maintaining to take down some new words and writing practice. You may use that copy to do this. You have to write an essay. Always remember, an essay is written to express an opinion about an issue, and you may support or do not support a certain idea. You have to mention in that essay. An essay always has three parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. In the introduction part, always try to put your personal opinion in a brief manner. And you can always begin the body with "in my view," "in my opinion," "I am convinced that." These are paragraph business beginners, these are phrases. And you have to give your ideas, supporting details, and examples. And you may end it with "it can also be argued that." Means all the two sides of the argument has to be provided in an essay, unlike a debate. Then you have to conclude the paragraph, and it has to be relatively short, not as long as the body. And a normal essay or an average essay should be a length of 200 words. Here is a topic for you: laughter is the best medicine. Practice it in your vocabulary or the extra writing copy where you practice your writings. Here is a high order thinking question for you. Do you think it was appropriate on the part of the twins to play a joke on the guest of the party? Why? According to me, it was not appropriate because he was a stranger. He had no clue of what was going on who was alive, who was not. He had no clue. He had come there on a special request to entertain the people. However, he was strict. And why wasn't it appropriate? Yes, because he was a guest who had come to entertain the people. He did not suspect the foul play at all, and he gave the party his everything, whatever he knew. Based on that special request, he literally uh, was almost hoarse and tired of all the jokes and everything. However, you may have a second opinion also on this. This is a subjective question. You may think, yes, it was a harmless joke, so it does not matter. It wasn't harming anybody, so you do not think it was wrong on the part of the twins. You may answer and argue in that manner as well. Here are the assignments that you are supposed to do for this chapter. Read the chapter and learn the difficult words. Learn the word meanings that are given in the glossary part of the chapter and any of the hard words that you find in the middle of the chapter. Complete all the textual exercises as discussed in the textbook itself. Do exercises A and C about the passage, page number 62 in your English copies. Then again on page 66, the grammar exercise, exercise D, you will do in your English copies. And you have to give a pictorial representation of the chapter based on your understanding of the lesson. I hope the lesson is clear to you. Any doubts in the textual exercises or the understanding, we shall be discussing it in our online classes. This brings us to the end of this video lesson. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, thank you and take care.